Welcome back to Out of Left Field.
Gin, which is New Amsterdam. We're going to take about 2 ounces of that. And then we are going to use our fresh lime juice, and we're going to do about a 1/2 ounce of that. And then again, our fresh simple syrup, both of which we make in-house. And then that's going to be a 1/2 ounce of that. And then we're going to take pomegranate juice, and that's going to be about 3/4 of an ounce. And that's the Hoot Flanagan.
Hoot Flanagan, he was a college student. He was one of the recruits that Doc Striegel went out amongst the county, not just the county, the U.S., and recruited. Hoot Flanagan was a dentist, and so Doc Striegel said, "Hey, I like how you play. I want you to be on our team," and so he offered him a good salary to come and play for the Pottsville Maroons.
Have you tried the drink though?
I have.
All right, yeah, and what do you think?
I think it's absolutely delicious. Yeah.
You said it's popular, right? Do you think it's popular because of the taste or just because of the history that comes with it?
I think it's a little bit of both. Usually people like a gin drink with a little bit of flavor to it, and I think that absolutely calls for it. And then also about the history too. They hear a fun little name, and it definitely rings some bells.
Every time I talk with you, one more piece of information sticks in my head about the Pottsville Maroons. I'll remember Hoot Flanagan now, who he was, and every time we talk, do you feel like that's important? Even like I said, even if it is someone gets a drink here or they go to another place and they see a t-shirt hanging up, little bits and pieces coming together and forming a whole?
That is what we're looking for. We want you to remember the names of the players, who they are, where they came from. You know, we had two gentlemen came from Shenandoah. We want those names to be remembered. Frank Racis, he was a coal miner. He was from Shenandoah. We want people to say, "Oh, I remember that name." Tony Latone, his father died when he was 12 years old. He was another coal miner. He was known as the human howitzer. So those are things that we want to stick in people's mind and say, okay, that was part of the Pottsville Maroons.
Well, Greg Yecko stood out as soon as he came in tonight because I noticed your shirt, Make the Pottsville Maroons Great Again. You said you're from just south of here. What's the most fascinating thing you've learned recently about the Pottsville Maroons?
There was a couple of people that were from the area, actually, that were on the team.
Nice.
There was a Fungi Lebengood,
okay.
And I recently met his son, who was at one of the events, so that was pretty neat. And he told a story about how Fungi Lebengood and the mother met when they were playing on the 1925 team. He ended up punting a ball into the stands and it ended up hitting a lady, and after the game he went to apologize, and from there it was a forever story then, and they ended up being husband and wife and having children from there. So I thought that was a really cute, great story to hear.
That's incredible. When you see someone who has a family connection to the Maroons, how important is it for him to bring back this title, or at least get the word out so more people and more generations know about this?
It's definitely great to get the recognition out there for everybody in the region and the county, just to hear about this story. To bring the title back and the recognition to the city would even be a greater feat. So just to meet somebody like that and to bring out what his father has done just really touches close to the heart.
And what do you think of the Hoot Flanagan so far?
Hoot Flanagan's delicious. I enjoy gin. It's a nice citrusy taste, and almost reminds me of Hoot, like I knew him.
It's nice to get the history out there. So if step one in someone's Maroons journey is just to come out here to the chopping block, come on out and try the Hoot Flanagan. Sir, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good luck in the trivia game.
Thank you.
Who did the Pottsville Maroons become? A, the Canton Buckeyes, the British Bulldogs, the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets, or the Boston Bulldogs?
And last time I think it's either Frankfurt or Boston, but they might have been teams already in the NFL. But I'm going to say Boston for some reason.
Correct.
Okay.
They became the Boston Bulldogs, and then they faltered there, and then the team came back to Pottsville.
Okay.
And everybody seems to think that they became the Washington Redskins from there, but they did not. The Boston Bulldogs did falter and came back to Pottsville, and another team in Boston did become the Washington Redskins.
Was Pottsville one of the smaller places to have a team even back then, or is this more
Correct.
common? Yeah.
And that is why they claim that it was not a large enough city for the NFL, and that is why they sort of pushed them out and gave it to Chicago.
Well, I'm all done with my Hoot Flanagan. It's the end of the night, and what a fun night it was. And I'm joined by David and Sue Smith, and I noticed your story from as soon as I got here, and your accents. You said that, where are you originally from?
We're originally from Bristol in England.
Okay, got it. What brought you to Pottsville this evening?
We're here to hike the Appalachian Trail, and it's our 30th wedding anniversary, and so that's the catalyst for us coming here.
So how'd you end up in Pennsylvania here in Pottsville?
So we were looking for like on-ramps to the Appalachian Trail, and we found Pottsville, which also had a brewery called Youngling Brewery. So brewery, walking, it doesn't get better than that.
That's excellent. You live in Texas now?
Yes, Austin.
Very nice. Okay, well, welcome here to Pennsylvania. Check you out, Yingling. You come, and I like it. You guys just ride the wave. All of you get thrown into a trivia game, and they say we're going to talk about 1920s American history and the Pottsville Maroons. What are you going to take away about the Pottsville Maroons tonight?
I now know Pottsville had an NFL team.
How about that?
I've learned a lot about football tonight, but in a very fun way, I have to say. And I didn't realize that a small town could have such an important football team.
I don't want to take up too much of your night or your anniversary. Please go enjoy. I hope you're enjoying your time in Pennsylvania. At least you got free T-shirts out of it, so we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, and we've been here for a few hours already, and so we're loving it so far. Hopefully our time in Pennsylvania continues to be this good.